Hey guys, Liliana here with another read. We're just coming to you with the Light Seers Tarot today. The Moonology deck wanted to come in again and give you some messages along with the activations, sacred geometry activations. So first and foremost, there's been a lot of choices that you've been making, in the past, and you've definitely taken a break from, your circumstances and everything that was around you in your past, because you've had a lot of challenges, a lot of bickering, a lot of lower vibrational energies, but whatever you've been worried about or the outcome of it, Spirit says that, don't worry because nothing big is going to come out of it, right? So if you got worries or, concerns about something, you don't need to be worrying. So stop the worrying and get back into the positive mindset, of building your community, of your 10 of Pentacles energy, your happily ever after, right? So, and once you embody this more and more for yourself, then, Spirit is going to follow along with you. You're being reminded that you are of this earth. We got both cards, Earth and Gaia. So you're being reminded to connect to, your ancestors, connect to Mother Earth, connect to animals, get out in nature a lot more, realize and recognize that you are just as much a part of Mother Earth, of, this system and this world, and that you belong here, right? So I know a lot of star seeds, a lot of light workers don't, really have the feeling that, like we're not in our home, that our home is elsewhere, not on this planet, but off this planet, but just simply because we incarnated here and that we are here, we do belong. So, remind yourself that no matter what, no matter where you've came from, no matter what situation that you're going through, that you are going to be blessed and you do belong, right? So, and Spirit, Mother Earth, is abundance and wants to bring you abundance, but you have to recognize and realize, that you are fully connected to that abundance that is here, right? And you're slowly but surely coming into that realization and recognition. You've been watching others, you've been focusing on your spirit, you've been growing and embodying your power a lot more, your vibrancy, your spiritual power, your innate knowing within what it is that you desire, what it is that, your higher selves want to bring forth to you and through you so that you can benefit others, right, in the most abundant ways. So, exactly, we got the cosmic flower, and that is, to help us to remember and, know of the place that we call home, right? So this is all about getting back to our home space, and the more that we get back to the truth of who we are, the more that we are going to be able to embody the prosperity and abundance that is coming in for us, but we also, we have to remember and connect to those codes, from our ancients, from our ancestors, from the ones that came before us, right? So you're definitely, growing and embodying your highest self. Sometimes pride does tend to get in the way, and you want to make sure that you're not working with your prideful heart, but your spiritual heart, right? So pride can get in the way a lot of times, but a lot when we are in our prideful ways, we might want to take a step back and nourish and nurture our souls and realize and recognize, that when we balance, our ego and our higher selves, our dark and our light together, that's when we become our fullest self, right? So balancing spirituality and practicality. So we are definitely moving into that. We worked on that spiritual realm. We worked in those ethers, and we are now bringing that here into the earthly realm, because now, that we realize that we are connected, all of us are connected, things are going to move a lot more, easily for us in the future, right? We're going to be bringing in that abundance. We're going to be bringing in that love. So, and we got the Page of Swords and the Page of Wands here. And, you know, those are basically new offers coming in, you know, or people, you know, might be watching you. So you might be someone that's already in, you know, the spotlight a little bit. And, you know, people are watching, you know, and, but, you know, they're seeing those positive outcomes because you have been working so hard, you know, at your healing, right? Or with your healing. So it's a time for healing, a time for recognition and realizing the truth of who you are, and that is love. We got universal love at the bottom of this. And, you know, the frequency, it says the frequency of universal love activates the connection we feel to each other, our planet, and to the whole existence itself. So, you know, this is definitely a time for healing, you know, and you've been working on this a little bit, or maybe for a while, right? And Spirit just wants you to know that the energy is gaining momentum. So we're right on the full moon, and this is the waxing moon. I don't believe we're going to be waning yet until a few days, you know, maybe Sunday or Monday next week. But, you know, the fact that you have been building up this credit in your spiritual bank, you know, it is going to start paying off and bringing in that prosperity and abundance that you are wanting and desiring. See, yes, your hard work is paying off. The answers are coming, and luck is definitely on your side. So, the spirit card of songs I got today was Bless the Broken Road, Rascal Flatts. You know, we look at our past so many times, or, you know, those hardships, you know, and not such a bright light, but those hardships and that pain and that suffering from the past is what helps us to move on and become stronger and become the more whole aspect of ourselves, of our light selves, of our higher selves, of our divine selves, right? Moving in love, light, and abundance. So, guys, God bless the broken road, right? Luck is on your side. You've been put through those struggles and trials, you know, for so long, and now the luck and fate is finally changing and moving in for you. So, guys, I hope this message finds you well. Don't forget, if you'd like to book a session, sweetliliana70@gmail.com. I am local here in Joplin on Mondays and Tuesdays, available noon to 6 p.m. at Butterfly Insights. But again, just go ahead and email me at sweetliliana70@gmail.com if you would like to book a session with me. Much love, peace out, and I'll see you on the flip side. Mwah.